What would you do with $1 million? How would that change your day? Are you thinking about the things you would get, the places you'd go? Would it make you feel more important? Are there pains you feel would be released? You could be moving right now towards everything you desire or pushing it all away. How to manifest abundance, a specific person, better health, a new job, a new car. These ideas are all over my feed, and they must be all over your feed too, otherwise you might not be here right now. But here is something about a lot of those other videos. They aren't really telling you what you need to know. They are, but they aren't. There is much more going on than just throwing a penny into a fountain. There are a lot of people out there that'll dismiss the idea of manifesting because they see it as some woo-woo idealistic nonsense, like rubbing a magic lamp and getting a wish from a magical genie. They want to bring you back down to earth and talk about science, or their religion, how it's the only way. They might look at you like you're foolish, but they're manifesting too, those silly skeptics. Well, how about instead of calling it manifestation, let's call it something more accurate. What if you're going to call it the art of conscious creation? Because you are a creator, a literal god inside your own earthly meat suit. Yeah, that's probably going to ruffle some feathers too. Oh, that could be blasphemous. Or you have some sort of sick god complex. Or maybe it's like Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day.
I'm a god. I'm not the god.
Except we all are. That's what this channel is about. This is about remembering, reclaiming the power that is already yours. There's so much to say on this, and I want to break down these ideas in terms of stuff you already accept. You see, you are always creating. You are always shifting timelines, going through portals every day, good things and bad. And it's a much more complicated process when you don't know what is going on. But your system, it still actively does it, whether you are aware of it or not. When you are not in the know, you don't necessarily get what you want. Is there something you want really bad that just doesn't seem to come? Well, that's because you're focusing your energy on not having it. It bleeds into how much you feel you deserve it. You match the frequency of another person in the world who doesn't have it. Have you ever worried about something so hard only to find that thing happening? My mother worried so hard about having the catalytic converter stolen from her car that it happened a week later. This could also occur with worrying about losing your job, getting sick, losing your relationship. You are worrying so hard that you live in that reality before it happens. You become that person in that space and time. The constant lesson I hear is to manifest, you need to be the person who already has achieved the goal you want. You want $1 million? You need to be the person who holds $1 million already. How they feel, how they think. It's tuning into a time and space, in a space some might call delusional, and taking all that presence and energy into your being right now. By doing that, you are becoming that. But what are you becoming right now? It's hard when you don't have it yet, but that's the point. So what makes it so difficult? Everything, if you're not living in the present. Think about what you want and the you that already has it. Are they thinking about the past? Are they thinking about the things that Convince them that they don't deserve it? Is it against all the odds? No. What do you believe right now? Because that person who has it, it's you. They exist in some section of this multiverse. Multiverse? Like Spider-Man? That's some comic book science fiction, right? This is a big and strange universe. There are many weird concepts and ideas that science is catching up to. But these ideas have been present for a while in our stories and ideas. I'm not making any of this up. This is stuff I learned along the way. Everyone is a creator, but not everyone has their GPS working properly. Right now, you can search for different techniques to use, affirmations, journaling. Some will offer you special magical spells. There's praying through all sorts of different religions. Some are about finding your own worth and power. And then some deal with giving up all your power to be saved by some external source. Here's the funny part. Each technique works for some and doesn't for others. If it were all about a specific technique, it would work all the time, wouldn't it? And the others wouldn't. So what does that suggest? There's a mechanism already inside you that makes it click in a certain direction. That is in your belief, your intention. It depends on who you are right now, on many different levels. Are you the person worthy of holding this ideal? Some win that $1 million only to lose it within a year because they deep down didn't exist as someone worthy of holding it. The secret to conscious creation is already inside you, and it's wrapped up in that brain of yours. You can't just reason your way to a better path. Sometimes you hear online gurus say, just don't think about that bad stuff. Just focus on the good. And here, follow this method and buy my course. If this is the way, let me explain this to you. But first, you need to promise right now to not think about a giraffe. Just don't. It doesn't matter if this giraffe is wearing a top hat and riding a unicycle. Just don't think of it. Stop thinking about a giraffe riding a unicycle wearing a top hat. You see? It's kind of difficult once it's suggested, isn't it? And I just mentioned this now. Your subconscious already wants to direct your thoughts. If you can't control your subconscious, and no one can control their subconscious, this affects everything. You need special techniques to retrain, reframe, reshape your inner world to change your outer world. That is not woo-woo. Common sense tells us this too. It's just explained in respect to this 3D world. But there is deeper energy at work. This is how I came to understand this. I always had a strange feeling about existence. I explored different religions, but never really felt drawn deeply into any of them. But I noticed patterns and weirdness. In the year 2000, I was convinced I was going to move out on my own for the very first time. A numerologist told me, no, it's not going to be next year. It'll be the following year. And I thought she obviously didn't see clearly. But she was right. I wasn't ready until a year later, January 1st of that following year. But in the year leading up to my big move, I found a huge opportunity in internet gambling of all things, and this financed a full year of living in downtown Vancouver. What was I focused on? Not a lack of money, but the freedom and autonomy of living in beautiful Vancouver. I met someone special and explored more of this world, got married, helped raise a family, manifested many things, people, jobs. Opportunities were positive. Heartbreak, loss, and sickness at times were the negatives. I wasn't fully aware of how I was creating at the time. I still believed in physical effort being the only method. Years later, the worst happened when I literally lost everything, and I mean everything. My family, my job, my finances, literally all my possessions. I found myself one day without any of the things I identified with as a human being. Think about the titles you hold: parent, Christian, bus driver, Nike wearer, horror movie lover, all of the little things to the big things that make you you. If you're left-handed and you lose your left hand, are you still human? Yes, you are, but you're forever changed. In being nothing, I reconnected to my inner self, the one that is an individual, unique aspect of that thing that is everything. Source. And during this process, healing, rebuilding my concept of self, something else started happening. I started noticing I wasn't alone in this. I started seeing people everywhere confused, searching, asking the same questions I was asking. What is this reality? Why does it feel so broken? Why do I feel disconnected from who I'm supposed to be? Why do I feel lost? Am I lost? And that's when I realized this isn't just about me. I'm not here because I figured something out and I want to show off. I'm here because people are lost, and I recognize their path. I've walked it. I'm still walking it. And I have insights that can help others navigate it too, just like each and every one of us are. We are all aspects of the same energy field, part of some strange hologram experiencing your unique path of some massive Grand Theft Auto type video game. If you aren't watching where you're going and not being tuned into what you really want to be, you might experience something you don't like. It's a very complex concept to fully understand until you begin to see it. Then it's just flowing with your being. But before you can achieve this, you need to be aware of you. I am that I am. I am a God, not the God. We are all born with amnesia in this respect. But we can remember. This is the purpose of this channel. To help you remember, because when we don't remember, this world seems to get all effed up. In this series, I'm going to go in much more detail of many different aspects of this. Believe me, this is just the tippy top of a massive iceberg. But in the meantime, if this resonates with you or you want a head start, I wrote a book that I believe can change everything. I know others have their books too. This book was created and evolved through my path and understanding. It gives the theory and ideas in a very practical, supportive, fun way. It's a workbook. It's a planner. It's a frequency tuner. It's a timeline jumper. I tried to make it interesting, entertaining, and valuable on your journey. It's filled with video links to exclusive content specifically to this book. Everyone has the power to manifest. This book is meant to be the bridge to get you from where you are to where you need to be to get it. Answers can come from anywhere. If you're still looking, this is your sign. Who you want to be exists, and I'm telling you, it is not too late to become and create. It is already you, and I want to help you find the way. If you got this far in the video, you are not lost. You are not late. You're right on track, exactly where you need to be. Please like and subscribe and pass this on. This is just the beginning.